Hello folks. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Tanzu Community Edition to run Azure Management Cluster and Workload Clusters. So before we start out, let's see the version of Tanzu that we have, Tanzu CLI. So we have 0.2.1, and to run management clusters using Tanzu CLI, we use this plugin called Tanzu Management Cluster. So the version of that is also 0.2.1. And so before we deploy the Azure management cluster or workload clusters, you need the Azure credentials to actually interact with Azure APIs. So I have my environment variables set up, and an example looks like this. So you need the Azure tenant ID, subscription ID, and client ID, and like client secret, and finally the SSH public key to in case you want to SSH into the Kubernetes cluster nodes that you deploy. So I have it in my .env file, which I'm going to source it here, and so let's get started. So I'm going to actually show a sample cluster config YAML file, which is used to actually deploy clusters on different cloud providers. So and also you can also use it for local for deploying on Docker. So for Azure, it looks something like this. So you actually mention things like cluster name and then infrastructure provider, Azure and whatnot, and like things like Azure location and more things. So anything specific to the cloud provider, you mention it in this cluster config YAML and then use it to deploy your Azure cluster. So with that, let's deploy the management cluster. So this will be the cluster that manages our other Kubernetes clusters. And this is also a Kubernetes cluster by itself. So let's deploy this, and I'm going to time this, and this will take a few moments, probably 2-3 minutes, or probably max 5 minutes. So I'm going to start it off, and I'll pause it and unpause it when it's done, and show you how much time it takes. Cool. So the cluster got created, and I ran this command called Tanzu Management Cluster get. So now you can see that the management cluster is running up and running. It says Azure Management Cluster, and it shows what is the Kubernetes version, and all this stuff. And it also mentions the cluster API providers, which is an internal detail. Uh, so now, once you have your management cluster, you can actually do this to get the kubeconfig of the management cluster. And once you have the kube config, you can actually change the Kubernetes context. So I'm going to change it to that. And let's see what is the cluster info. So you can see that this is running in a public internet. It's publicly available, and there is a DNS for it. And you can see the nodes. So there is one control plane node, and there is a one worker node, and the different pods in this. So there's like a lot of pods, and you can also check things like anything that you want to check in your Kubernetes cluster, or like run anything, whatever, right? So that is the management cluster. So once you have your management cluster, you may want to create workload clusters that the management cluster can manage. So to create that, you would use the cluster CLI plugin. So it's the Tanzu cluster command. So the version of that is 0.2.1. So let's look at the workload cluster config YAML, similar to management cluster config YAML. So it is similar to management cluster config. So very small differences in terms of configuration. And I'm just going to go ahead and like just create it, right? So let me go ahead and run this command. So this is going to take a few moments to actually run. I'm going to pause it and then unpause it when it's done and show you how it looks like. Cool. So now you can see that the workload cluster got created in about 6 minutes. Um, so now to use the workload cluster, so this is the first workload cluster. I called it as workload one, short for WKLD1. And I'm just going to go ahead and show this using Tanzu CLI. So if you do Tanzu cluster list, you can actually see the list of workload clusters that you have. So you can see that you have Azure Workload Cluster 1, and then worker nodes, control plane nodes 1, 1. What is the Kubernetes version? And you can actually use this Kubernetes cluster by getting the kube config of the workload cluster. And once you do that, you can do kubectx and choose the workload cluster. And now you can do cluster info, and you can see that this is also a cluster running in the public internet, and you can also see the DNS workload cluster, workload one cluster, and you can also see the nodes for these, and also the pods. So the node says, the control plane node, worker node, workload one cluster. So um, so you can see all the pods, and you can actually just run your workloads on this, like your applications, anything you want to run, database, whatever. Right? So now that we have one workload cluster, you can also see that the Tanzu Azure management cluster can actually manage more than one workload cluster. So to show that, I'm going to be running one more workload cluster. So we'll call it as workload cluster 2, workload 2 cluster. And the short form will be like WKLD2. And let's run this now. So this will take a few moments. I'm just going to go ahead and pause this video for a moment and unpause it when it's done. So now you can see that the workload cluster 2 is actually ready, and took about 6 minutes. And now to access this cluster, so before accessing, we can also see that you now have two workload clusters in your cluster list command output. So you can see that workload cluster 1, 2, and you can actually get the kube config for this second workload cluster now. And once you do that, you can actually change the context to that, and then get information, like basically you're connected to the cluster, and you can get cluster information, workload cluster 2, and get the nodes, and also run your applications, anything you want. So yeah, that's all I had to show today, and I hope you liked it. Thank you. Bye bye.